Archivest, y'all. We're catching up with Zai and I.
Yes, I.
On the start, we have liftoff. Share how it's been. We're going back since that turned up lamplighter show. It was so live.
Wow, that was what? Oh, that was a long time ago. Yeah, like right now, I mean, it feels good. We're back on the road. We're trying to come up here more often, and the new album's doing well. It seemed like people were responding to the new record, so yeah, it's dope, man. It's a dope night tonight.
And Amp Live, elaborate on the challenges in building radios and your MPC guitar.
Well, I worked with this company called DJ Tech Tools, and they sort of helped really put it together. I thought of the idea and some of the things that did, and they were sort of behind it. So it was challenging, but not as challenging as what they had to go through.
Zumbi, break it down. Some of your best feelings on the writing tip and favorite tracks that you've written. DJ.
Okay, well, is it my favorite or yours?
Just elaborating.
I mean, feelings about writing. I mean, I write, I think, my best stuff when my emotions are very full and I'm feeling like just energized. You know, I really don't write when I'm really tired or like not feeling anything. I always write when I have something on my mind or I feel a certain way, because I feel like when I write in those states of mind, the writing is very vulnerable and raw. And I feel like people respond to it much better than when I just write to rap. You know what I'm saying? When I'm telling something like how I feel, people seem to respond to it better. And some of my favorite songs that I've written are probably Inner Light, let's say Silly Putty. I like Joe Frazier, like Bird's Eye View, Trippin', stuff like that. Like stuff that tells more of like a story.
And for the both of you, elaboration on the inspiration of Curtis Blow and Q-Tip from A Tribe Called Quest.
Oh, on our music.
Yeah.
For me, the breaks was like Curtis Blow was like the first rap superstar. You know what I'm saying? So for me, he was just that dude that like kind of like taught me what MCing was about. Cause you see the old videos. I never saw him live. Well, not when he was young, but like back in the day, seeing the old videos and just seeing how he rocked the crowd. Come on, everybody! You know what I'm saying? Like, he was that dude with the breaks. That was just like a classic record. I memorized every word of that. It just kind of taught me about what rap is, the essence of hip hop culture. And then Q-Tip was some dude. That was a guy who been listening to hip hop for all those years. Like he was the first guy that I heard, and I was like, oh shit, this dude is dope. I can rap too, because he had a voice that I thought was similar to mine. Just a nasal, kind of like a kid voice. And when I heard him and he was hella dope and confident spitting, I was like, oh shit, I can do this shit. I want to do it. Like, so he was kind of like the guy who gave me inspiration to get down.
And how about you, Amp Live, with production?
Definitely like the classic producers like DJ Premier, Timberland, even like even going back to like Rick Rubin, Quincy Jones, all those people.
And favorite classics from the Bay, Coastin', Bird's Eye View, Don't Lose Your Head. What inspired these, and elaborate on the videos as well. We got Vivo, Damn, Reload, and so much more.
What? I would say the Bay on this record, True Living, we wanted to make an anthem for our area, man, because at that point in time, there's a lot of people, like the hyphy movement was very gaining a lot of steam. But it hadn't gone national yet. And there was just this big, like, people were feeling good about the Bay Area, which we wanted to celebrate because for so many years prior to that, people were kind of like in this kind of funk in terms of, we're working on this music, but we don't get respected nationwide. So around that time, people were feeling good about where they were from, and we just were like, yeah, finally, this is dope, the Bay. Let's make a song about that. So that's where that came from. Lose Your Head, that was from Amp laid the beat for that, and it was just a dope ass beat. And it was kind of like later, like when Vans had come out and all that stuff. Hyphen was like full fledged now. But I remember I was living in North Oakland and I saw this fight like in the middle of the night, like 2 o'clock in the morning. I heard this noise. I went and looked outside, and there was these kids, like 20, 30 kids running up and down the block fighting. It was crazy. 3 in the morning. And I remember looking outside and watching that, and that feeling of that night was kind of the feeling I put into that song. Because I wrote that song. That was the first song I wrote after seeing it.
One of the hardest instruments to play and master.
What is the hardest?
What's the hardest? I mean, in terms of instruments, I mean, all I play is the piano, so I don't know about any other instruments. I think the guitar would be hard to play. It's hard to learn like new computer programs, complicated.
And the best times in the studio, you guys?
Best times in the studio? Probably when we made True and Little, and like, no, probably Deep Water Slang actually, because we had like a house studio, and like we went through a process where we made one album, and we had to go back and make different songs, or whatever. So
yeah, we made like, 2 albums really.
It was like a big process.
And Zumbi, it's going down. Project Lost. Let us know the times of the hits. The album that you lost. Talking about it and it's going down.
Oh, I mean, man, I lost this album I was doing with the side project with this cat, Lee Bannon. He's like a young producer, but I had like 6-7 joints recorded and my hard drive crashed. And it was just like, fuck, that sucks. And then I lost hella beats that I hadn't written to, and I also lost a lot of video footage from our stuff from like back in the day, like 10, 15 years ago. I just went
through it.
It sucks, man.
3 hard drives.
Yeah. I'm lucky I had a couple, like I probably had like 60% of it backed up, but I definitely lost some good shit, and I lost some good songs that like, I tried to recreate and I couldn't find the lyrics and it just didn't feel the same. So, you know, it's just one of those things doing music with the digital age. You take it and roll, or like you just back up everything you do. This is a lesson learned. You know what I'm saying?
And Amp Live, some of your best music that you've ever made, and do you collect anything else? We'd love to know.
What's some of the best music I ever made? I don't know actually. That's a hard question because I think like on every album there's like a favorite song. So I try to just get one in every single time you do like a project. What else do I collect?
Checks. No.
Yeah. I don't. You know what? That's a good question. Just records, basically. Remote control helicopters. I got a bunch of those.
Oh, you and Devin the Dude must have some competitions there.
Devin the Dude does that too?
Remote control cars, yeah.
Cars? Yeah. That's tight.
Huge collection.
Really?
How many helicopters do you have?
I got like 5 of them.
Highest you've flown it?
Yeah. Probably gonna get some bigger ones.
Excellent. And Atomic Clock. What was the people saying? The takeover, how did it go? And Country Baked Yams with Devin the Dude and Polarity with Macklemore.
Jeez. Atomic Clock was probably the hardest record we made because we did it in like 2 weeks. We were working with this other producer and it was like a live album. It was just hard to make that record. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really enjoy that process, honestly. The Takeover, that was a very focused record. Like after we had maybe taken like a year off, we came back and did that. That felt good. That was dope. We were in the studio a lot. What's the first song? Country Baked Yams. I'm just a fan of Devin the Dude. I think he's super dope. I think he's underrated. And I think he's hella soulful and like original with what he does. And I just thought it would be cool to put him on the record and listen. It was like, yeah, he's dope. And he was hella cool to work with. He was easy, you know what I'm saying? He came through, whatever. And then Macklemore, when we did Polarity, we had just went on tour with him and the Grouch. So it was Grouch and Zion and the Grouch, and then he was opening for us. Might have things have changed. You know what I'm saying? But he was a real cool dude, and we just wanted to get him on the track.
And many projects, Zumbi, The Burners, Amp Live, Kaleidoscope, You Are Not Human, Therapy at 3, One Dark Eskimo remixes, working around the clock.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, it's a must.
And Shadowboxing, How's It Gone? Reload, Buckham with Tracks a Million. Yeah. That's my track right there. And Heroes in the Healing in the Nation, let us know.
Yeah. I mean, Shadowboxing is done very well. Reload, we shot that video with Mike Sato at this like drifting event. It's my first time going to a drift event. That was dope. Because they let me ride in the car and that was just like pure adrenaline, crazy. I'd never been in like, I don't know, to hit that and smash the gas and like you see these walls coming up and like, oh shit, then it's just like super intense, man. It was fun to it was fun and dope to like experience something brand new through music once again. You know what I'm saying? Like music always brings something new into my life. So I'm thankful for that.
And shadowboxing for you, Amp Life?
Yeah, it was a fun album. It was fun to have like other producers and see what they came up with.
And openings, Run DMC, Rakim, De La Soul, some of the best festivals you've played and the best tour and largest crowd you've ever played.
Best festivals, I'll say like Rock the Bells, Hip Hop Camp, Outside Lands, Coachella. Those were all like really big. Biggest crowd I think we've done is either Hip Hop Camp or one time we opened up for Dave Chappelle. It's like 20,000 people. Hip Hop Camp was maybe like 15, 20,000.
And Human Being, it's going down, the drill, finger paint, and the vids. Let us know. All the new videos that you guys have.
Oh wow, we got, I can't even think about all the new, the videos on the new album are, we got We Don't, featuring grouch&eligh. Then we got Shadowboxing, which is like a kung fu video. Then we got Reload, which is like a drifting video.
And for each of you, your best hip-hop memory you've been part of or contributed to?
Best hip hop ever, I guess, is when we did the Rakim show. We were freestyling on stage.
For me, that was one of them, but I'll say another one. I remember we were young, we were in college, and I went with the other guys in my group to see the Far Side, like around in like '93. And I remember he was doing Pack the Pipe, and that was like my jam up that album. Everybody was smoking weed, and the crowd was rocking, and I remember we were so high, and I looked back at the crowd, and everybody was like going at the same time, and I was like, oh, like, it just felt crazy, because I was like, this shit gets people on the same exact wavelength, like it brings people really together, like, not even just emotionally, but like physically, spiritually. It was just a moment like I will never forget about hip-hop.
And for you, Zumbi, have any other hobbies?
Tai Chi, Bagua, like Wushu, like Kung Fu. I write, working on screenplays and stuff like that. And I'm a dad. It's not really a hobby, that's a full-time job. But that's one of the main things I do.
And for each of you, you guys have any shouts?
Yeah.
Shout out to Van City.
Big up! ZionICrew.com, Facebook.com/ZionICrew. Twitter.com @ZionI, Instagram ZionI_I_crew. Yeah, just tune in, man. Stay up with us, man. We got some music coming out soon, and we're slated for another album at the end of this, or in the fall, around September, October.
And amazing to actually break it down with you guys since the first day. I appreciate so much support since day one.
Yeah, man.
And shouts to Chad and Austin. And this is the Archivest, and you already know the name, y'all.
Big up, man. One love, y'all. Peace.